Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marissa. If you are new here, your favorite problematic housewife. Today we're going to be talking about Tea Spiracy. I have a lot to show you guys. I've been following the drama for the last week or so. There's a lot of lies, hypocrisy, double standards, contradictions. So we're going to go through all of that, and I'm going to show you my perspective on this. So let's talk about it. Make sure you're subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, hit that bell for notifications, and let's get into it. Okay, so I want to make a few disclaimers before we even get into this video because I have a feeling there's going to be some people coming for me, but I have to stay true to myself and my opinions. And it just is what it is. I have always been a huge supporter of Teaspiracy. I am not here to hate, gang up, pile on, dogpile, or any of the, buzzwords that have been going around lately. But I do want to give my perspective and my side. I went into this, no bias. I wasn't out to expose her. I wasn't out to expose anybody. I was just following the drama like everybody else as a viewer. I wasn't planning on making a video about her when I have been following this drama with her and everybody else. But sadly, I'm disappointed in some things, and I just want to share my perspective of what it looks like to me. This is not meant to hate anybody. I am not trying to convince anybody of anything. If you are a supporter of any of these people that I'm going to be talking about, if you are a friend and supporter of Teaspiracy, that's fine. I'm not trying to tell you who to like and who not to like. We're going to be going through some live streams, and we're going to be showing some of the contradictions, some of the lies, some of the hypocrisy and double standards, like I said. As you guys know, Teaspiracy has been having an ongoing beef with Roadhog over the Todd Paulson thing. We're not really going to get into that. I can do a whole video, talking about that if you want, but I will leave down below recaps with Bobby. Did do a really good job kind of breaking all of that down if you want to know where all of this started. So, Teaspiracy did a stream that was titled, thumbnailed, abusive. She was hashtagging abuse, and she was saying how Roadhog is abusive. I'm going to show you some clips from that stream, and after that stream, a lot of people called her out because later on, she was seen in Real Entertainment News live stream. And everybody has mixed feelings about this, right? But I think one of the problems is that you cannot call Roadhog abusive and things like that when you are a mod for Christ conflict, when you are hanging out with Real Entertainment News. Nobody is trying to cancel you or hold you responsible for them, but that is hypocrisy. So before we really get into the nitty gritty, I want to say that I'm not going to be calling her nasty names. I'm not going to be nasty or attacking anybody. This video is about facts and receipts. Okay, I am not going to speak on anything that I don't have receipts to back it up. That is what I'm doing in this video, so please nobody come here and tell me I'm attacking and dogpiling, because I am using receipts and giving my opinion on those receipts. So let's take a look at what Teaspiracy had to say about Roadhog and who co-signs his behavior.
I'm always going to say what I want to say. I'm not going to tiptoe around to make people, warm and fuzzy inside. It's not my style. It never has been, okay? When I said Roadhog's cult followers the other night, what I meant was the people who stand by his abhorrent actions and his just disgusting behavior by any means necessary. Because if you can sit there and you can watch the things he said about me the other night and still co-sign this dude, I don't need you around, literally. I really don't. So you don't need to leave me a goodbye letter. I got 2 of them today from people who are like, Just 2, which was kind of shocking. I thought there'd be more. Who were like, I'm unsubscribing because you're mean to Roadhog. And I'm like, girl, you ain't never commented here before, so bye. Like, see ya. Like, if you co-sign this behavior, I'm not going to miss you. Go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. I'm not asking people to choose. I'm just saying, like, you're not going to hurt my feelings by telling me that, especially if I've never seen your name before and you've never commented on my channel. Like, okay, you know, that's all there is to it. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. How come Roadhog can sit up there and be a disgusting human being night after night? That's okay. But as soon as somebody, and when I say somebody, I don't think anyone else has ever spoken out about this dude's disgusting behavior, right? Because they know how unhinged he is, obviously, and he's just not worth it. He's like a liability, literally. He don't know how to act right, right? So for yourself, your cult following, when I say cult following, I mean the people who co-sign your garbage behavior. For what reason? I don't know, because they're the cult following, whatever, okay? If you still want to subscribe to Roadhog, you still want to listen to me, you still want to listen to him, that's fine. But if you can stand by this disgusting behavior, what are you even doing in this community?
So that was the stream she did about Roadhog being abusive, and she went as far as to say that nobody should be co-signing his behavior, or you don't belong in this community. She's not going to miss you. So she is expecting everybody to stand up for her and what he said about her, which was wrong. I've called that out before. I already said multiple times what he said was wrong, and he did apologize. But she wants the community to band together and stand up for what's right, correct? He is, she's saying that he's abusive and abusing her, and nobody should be co-signing this. Well, let's take a look at who she co-signs really quick.
JJ, you dirty cabrón, I'm talking to you too, bitch. And Sophie Cindy, well, we know how special you are, so I'll just remedial you a DM. Sophie Cindy, for example. This is a chick that has so much abandonment anxiety that she'll stay in dysfunctional relationships. She'll stay friends with people that don't give a shit about her because the thought of being alone rocks her right out of her sleep at night. Guess what? I got abandonment anxiety too. And the thought of being alone rocked me out of my sleep at night. But you know the difference between me and Sophie Cindy? I ain't no fucking punk. That's why she's marginal and a Trump supporter. And I called you marginal, because you are. Now, one of your friends explained it to you, Cindy, what that means, okay? You can Google it, right? You still use Alta Vista. That other fathead, Caddy. Heifer, I keep telling you to keep my fucking name off your mouth. You gonna find out the hard way, ain't you, honey? See, this is what I'm talking about. The bitches keep doing what I tell them not to do, or ask them not to do. They don't have to do it, but they want to keep talking shit because I hurt their feelings. Then the minute you come at them, it's like, oh, wait, no, that's not fair. Oh, he's terrible. He doesn't talk to women right. No, I didn't talk to you because you acted like a bitch. And that's how I treated you. There's a difference. If you didn't act like a bitch, I wouldn't have treated you like a bitch. But Caddy, let's be real here. You screwed me over when you said you were going to help me with my true crime video. I spoke about how I didn't appreciate it, and then you ghosted me for a week, and then I asked you a week later, is everything okay? And you said yes. And then I still didn't hear from you. Then I finally call you again, and I'm like, what's going on? We used to talk every fucking day. Talk to her kids, talk to her man, every fucking day. JJ, you're a liar. Jackie Sunshine, you're a liar. Police Wife Life, you're a liar. I didn't have to curse. You're liars. I said I didn't like the fact that you ghosted me. You didn't have to answer that shit. But you come back with a lie, making it seem like I bullied you. And Jackie, you still keep repeating this shit. Why? It won't change how you look. It won't change the fact that you still don't have fucking seizures. It won't change the fact that you can't spell GED. It won't change anything about you. You're still the same fucking loser you were when we got along. You're gonna die the same fucking loser you were always born to be and are doing right now. What Prince say in 85? Pop life. I mean, I guess you got some nigger blood somewhere in you too. You ain't gotta be black to be a nigga. I done found that out in this community a long time ago. Man, I could shatter anybody's fucking brain from sitting right here in my fucking chair. The only time I ever had cops come to my house because my asshole son snuck out after curfew and I had to whoop his ass. I am shut in my house so I don't kill some disrespectful, moronic asshole that think they know me. And at first it was kind of hard to do. I said, I got a family now. So that's what I turn to in those critical moments. When I'm just ready to say, fuck it, I'll let the rage take all over. I'll wake up later. They can tell me what I did. Lindsay McNeil, I find you to be the most unattractive person I have met in 2021. Inside out, head to toe, you are about as attractive as a moldy fish. I had a pretty shitty first half of the day, I can tell you that. I was really close to killing somebody. And I had to go through the whole 15 minutes online bullshit. But this is the office here in my town. I'm a disabled vet. I got chronic severe PTSD. If I get triggered, I may just raise my voice, the tone, but my words will still be courteous and respectful. I'm just trying to make you aware of that. This mother effer says, well, maybe you should have somebody speak on your behalf. So, okay. Now you didn't turn the red lights on. Because she keeps cutting me off, which now, like, the red lights are flashing. Normally, I'd have just walked around, cursed for about 5-10 minutes, blow it all out, but this time I didn't. I was like, he's only 5 miles away. I can get a lift. I know just where that spot is, too. Feel the trembling coming on, because I put it this way, when I get to that level where I'm not yelling, all my energy gets focused on me trying to kill you to overmatch that intensity and bring it down. It's akin to anxiety attacks, panic attacks. That's what caused me to have anxiety and panic attacks, because if I didn't have those, I would have beat my ex to death. And so I went through a lot of pain to save her life, and she doesn't even realize that. She probably wouldn't give a shit anyway. So sorry for my trap babies either. Because when I went to school taking 5 classes a semester and working 40 hours a week and being a full-time dad, they decided it was better to be niggers, like their mother. I did everything I could for them. I led by example. I showed them right from wrong. I expressed the mistakes I made and what I've learned from those so they wouldn't make the same mistakes, and they got a choice and they chose to be niggers. I got nothing to feel bad about. I would have been totally justified in pretending none of that shit happened. But I suffered and struggled because I knew what it was like to not have anybody. It included a Mexican that is now homosexual and a older white guy that is impotent. And then the one after that, she only hooked up with him because he had a house that could house all of her children. You ain't got nothing to fucking say except to try to act like you. Fuck you. Fuck you and your bastard half-breed children. Okay?
And what he was talking about in this particular live that Tyra is referring to here is why he is the way he is. He was explaining that he reacts like this. He says these words, he throws these insults because he has a deep-seated reason behind it. Now, whether that reason is a quote excuse, whether that reason is a genuine thing, whether that reason is whatever, if you actually listen to the words that he says, I think that you would be, more willing to understand where he's coming from. Because at the end of the day, all anybody wants on.
Okay, so when Christ is being nasty to people and harassing women and attacking women, it's okay because he explained his deep-seated crazy issues. But let's take a look again at what she says when it's about Roadhog and about what Roadhog did to her.
Sorry. So what Katie does is bad, but you are doing shit that's even worse, literally, okay? When I said Roadhog's cult followers the other night, what I meant was the people who stand by his abhorrent actions and his just disgusting behavior by any means necessary. Because if you can sit there and you can watch the things he said about me the other night and still co-sign this dude, I don't need you around, literally.
Okay, so clearly, everybody can see that Christ conflict is extremely disturbed. Something is wrong with that guy. He is tapped in the head. And it's very interesting because Teaspiracy can co-sign this guy and mod for this guy, but when it comes to Roadhog, nobody should be co-signing that behavior or get out of the community. Roadhog is abusive. Okay, so I just kind of want to explain where the criticism is coming from. And I hope Teaspiracy watches this and can understand what everybody's problem is. What he said about these women was unwarranted and absolutely disgusting. And when she got called out for co-signing Real Entertainment News and Christ Conflict, she had a few responses. One being this screenshot right here. Roadhog was abusive towards me. Real Entertainment was called out by me when he was abusive towards me. Keep that in mind for later. If I start calling out everyone else's abuse, I would be busy. Hope that makes more sense now. So to me, this reads, if it's happening to me, I care. If this is happening to Teaspiracy, it's abuse. She's outraged, and the community should band together and not co-sign this behavior. But if other women, which multiple women are being targeted and harassed by Real Entertainment News, they are being attacked by Christ Conflict. So is it because Teaspiracy does not like a bunch of the women who are getting attacked right now? And it's not just women that she doesn't like. It's people from her own community are being targeted like that. And she does not care because it's not happening to her. And I just think that's a really selfish way of thinking, okay? You are a creator. You have your entire community that you have built. It's your responsibility to make sure that people in your community, your mods, your viewers feel safe. Feel safe on your channel. Feel safe on your chat. And people are coming to you with valid concerns about what's going on with this man, and it just seems like you do not care, and you also claim that you didn't know what was going on. More on that later. I just want to show you something really quick. I'm going to show you a clip of Teaspiracy claiming she was pretty much forced to hate Real Entertainment News, but yet in that screenshot of her comment, he was abusive towards her.
Telling us how bad of a person Real Entertainment News, kind of an apology, because I tossed him aside to appease other people, and that's one of the biggest mistakes I've made, and he never really fully upset me. It upset me seeing everyone else upset. That upset me, but he never really upset me. And if I had...
So everybody made you hate Real Entertainment News. He never upset you, but yet you said Real Entertainment was called out by me when he was abusive towards me. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I don't think anybody makes you hate anyone, AZ. You are a strong woman and nobody tells you what to do. I'm about to show you some clips of real entertainment news. Now, we remember that AZ says nobody should mock addiction, nobody should accuse people of doing drugs and talking about people's recovery and addiction. Yet she thinks it's hilarious when Real is accusing Jackie Sunshine of doing drugs that they call booger sugar. She thinks that's hilarious.
Cause right now you look bad, Jackie Sunshine. Oh, Jackie Sunshine. Jackie Sunshine, aka Booger Sugar. She like to play with that nose candy, Jackie Sunshine. Hey, just chat, Jackie Sunshine. How you doing tonight, just chat, Jackie Sunshine? You ain't never been fine, Jackie Sunshine. You ain't never looked good in your life, Jackie Sunshine. All I'm doing is spitting the facts, Jackie Sunshine. You like playing with that nose candy. Oh, you the nose candy bandit, Jackie Sunshine. Jackie Sunshine. Jackie Sunshine. Sunshine. Can the chat sing it with me? Oh, Jackie Sunshine, you like to lie, Jackie Sunshine. Now you're working with Roadhog, Jackie Sunshine. Two people that like that booger sugar, Jackie Sunshine. Oh, Jackie Sunshine. Play with that nose candy tonight, Jackie Sunshine. How much did you send over to Roadhog, Jackie Sunshine? How long have y'all been playing with y'all nose tonight, Jackie Sunshine? Let me go ahead and say allegedly, Jackie Sunshine. Shout out to Tea Spiracy, Jackie Sunshine. How you doing tonight, Jackie Sunshine? Teaspiracy, we gonna do this shit, right, Jackie Sunshine? We're playing with that nose candy. That booger sugar got her right, Jackie Sunshine. I know you like that nose candy, Jackie Sunshine. Jackie Sunshine. Oh, 30 seconds, guys, till I catch my breath. You know, that was a little long. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. You see, Janet, I gotta be able to speak my piece. Because Roadhog is just nondescript. He's not worth talking about. I mean, he gets mad at me for calling people cracker bitches when he's calling people cunts. He's no better than I am. And at the end of the day, I think calling somebody a cunt versus someone calling somebody a cracker bitch, I think we may need to do an innovation with you, Roadhog. And just for the record, all that tough shit you talking, that shit don't work with me, bitch, nigga. It don't. It don't. All that tough rah-rah shit you talking don't work with me. It don't. Tea Spiracy made, he's a low-life nondescript, so you'll know how that goes. Here we go. I want to talk to Roadhog. I mean, you gotta be under utter distress to open your legs for an individual that looks like that. Am I wrong for saying it? Put a 1 in the chat if I'm wrong for saying it. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to shut the F up for that don't make no sense. Hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if I was wrong for saying it. Put a 2 in the chat if I'm speaking facts. Roadhog was crying over Tea Spiracy. Roadhog, you don't know how to wash correctly. Have y'all seen the thumbnail picture? Have y'all seen the thumbnail picture? And I say all this respectfully, Jackie. You know? I'm sorry to hear that.
Okay. I just kind of wanted to show you the other two men and how Teaspiracy most definitely co-signs their behavior. She's in their comments, she's in their chats, she knows what they're doing, she knows that they are attacking women, in my opinion, and I just don't think that she cares. Let's move on. So, after she claimed Roadhog was so abusive, right? Tira Nicole, which I'll leave all her videos down below too because she also has kind of been covering this drama. Anyways, Tira Nicole was going to react to the stream Teaspiracy did about abusive men, Roadhog being abusive, and how we kind of have to stand up as women in this community. Well, she found out about the modding and who she co-signed, and Tira decided to make a video about why she's not going to be covering it. Well, Teaspiracy didn't seem to take that too well because she did a live stream about it, and we're going to react. As we are going through these clips of her live stream that she did, this is the very next live stream she made after Roadhog is abusive. Keep in mind everything she said about not co-signing abusive behavior. Keep in mind her co-signing the other men in the community while you watch these clips.
Because you see me in his chat once in a while, Real Entertainment News, people like that, doesn't mean that I back up every single thing they do and say. You know what I mean?
Nobody said that you back up every single thing they do and say, but when you're in chats while he's attacking women and you're calling Roadhog abusive, that's where the hypocrisy comes in. When you are hanging with somebody who is constantly attacking women, okay? Multiple women, countless women are being attacked and targeted and harassed by these men. And you're just chilling in their streams like nothing. But Roadhog is abusive. I also want to say that you can be in whatever chat that you want, but don't be running around selective outraging about Roadhog, who is literally not anywhere near as bad. I think we can all agree that all three of these men have said things that are not okay. I think we can agree on that. And a lot of people have spoken out about what Roadhog said. But let's remember that, you know, tit for tat online beefing is not the same as men relentlessly targeting and harassing women in DMs on their live stream and saying these things. And you can't be okay with Christ conflict saying that crazy shit and real harassing women. And then be claiming nobody should be co-signing Roadhog. And as far as Real versus Roadhog, I don't have any comment on that. Those are two men fighting with each other. As long as Real Entertainment News leaves his wife out of it, those two can go at it as much as they want, and I don't give a fuck, to be honest.
Because if we're gonna send people to Exile Island, I'm just gonna let it be known that, like, I like the open ocean. I like to set my sails in the open sea, you know? So unless somebody sees me agreeing with somebody abusing somebody, because at the end of the day, whether you're mad at me about crazy conflict or not mad, maybe mad's not the worst, maybe not the best choice of words, whatever, but at the end of the day, I still stand by what I said, because you can't expect me to know about every single person's problem, you know? And if someone were, and if I were to hear what Crazy Conflict said to her, which I still don't really know, I didn't finish Tyra's whole video because I started it when I was washing the dishes, didn't finish it. But listen, point of what I'm saying is this. You know, me being seen in someone like Real Entertainment News' chat or Crazy Conflict's chat, like, y'all trying to send me to Exile Island for hopping in and hearing people out? Do you know what I mean?
First of all, this entire stream was extremely manipulative, in my opinion. At this point, literally nobody said to send you to Exile Island. Nobody said to cancel you. Nobody said you're a horrible person. Just the hypocrisy was being pointed out, and you can't expect people to stand up for you and for women when Roadhog is coming at you, and then not care when other women, especially women in your community, are being attacked and harassed by these men. And you're just so nonchalant about what they're doing. Yet when Roadhog was coming at you, you were all up in arms, you were pissed off, and so many people stood up for you, Teaspiracy. So many people went to bat for you, and a lot of people unsubscribed from Roadhog's channel. Everybody was like, hey, this is wrong. I called out how wrong it was on my channel of what he said was nasty. A lot of people did. And it just kind of seems like now you're just throwing everybody to the wolves. You don't give a shit how many people have been attacked because it's not you. You know what I mean? Your own mod came to you. People have come to you telling you their concerns, and you are lying to people saying you don't know what's going on. I don't believe that. And I'm going to show you what happened with Bad Art Tangent and Teaspiracy really quick, and how Teaspiracy is telling everybody that she has no idea what's going on, but in the DMs, she acknowledged that Christ is going after people, and she was pissed about it, according to the DMs. But she doesn't seem pissed about it on her channel, or in chats, or in comments. So which is it?
Talking about Crazy Conflict, she came in like a banshee. She showed up in that chat. I can't remember what she said, but it was like guns blazing, right? It's like, okay, if this man hurt you and he offended you and, whatever, like, why are you here? And she's entitled to feel how she feels about it, but she's got her own platform she can voice that on, right? I am a big believer in, like, just don't hate watch. Hate watching never does anybody any good. It doesn't even do the person that's on the other end good, because it's just never going to end well. Like, for example, Real Entertainment News, again, never went back to his channel until recently, and that was only to tell him that somebody was trying to frame him as a...
That's a very strange statement, because she is claiming that she has no idea what Christ Conflict said about Tira's kids, but she knows that Tira came in there pissed off, which what he said was called her kids half-breed bastards, which I played the clip for you earlier. So if she didn't hear what he said, how does she know that Tira went into the chat all angry? Okay, that's my first thing. Second thing, how would you like it if when you were telling people what Roadhog was doing to you, instead of everybody banding together and standing up for what's right and saying that it's wrong, how would you feel if everybody was just like, oh, don't hate watch, don't go in there, don't watch him? This is the commentary community. I am so sick of people saying don't watch them. If you don't like it, don't watch it. We are creators. We follow the drama and we watch it. So stop telling people where to go, and it doesn't make it right. Just because somebody is not watching themselves getting attacked and bashed and targeted, it's still happening. Everybody else sees it. So that whole thing about don't watch it is just ridiculous. You know people are going to send it to you also. Like, I'm sure people send Teaspiracy what is said about her, and she gets pissed when things are said about her, and she goes live. But again, it just seems like because she is friendly with those two right now, she doesn't think it's necessary to call out their behavior. And it's pretty convenient that now Real Entertainment News is calling out Roadhog, and he's calling out Cindy and JJ and Jackie. And Teaspiracy is just all up in there like it's fine. He's targeting and attacking multiple women, and she just doesn't care. That is the problem here. That is one of the issues, and I don't understand what she is not seeing about that.
But here's another example of how people will virtue signal, right? Last night, same stream, Real Entertainment live stream, okay? Real Entertainment News' stream. For an example, you have Not Another Housewife, who I like. I don't have any personal problems with Not Another Housewife, but I was kind of shocked, right? Because Not Another Housewife has a husband who is a troll, who does blackface, who does this, who does that. You know, recaps with Bobby made a video about him. You know, one could compare him to somebody like Real Entertainment News, right? So she shows up last night and she's like, you know, Roanhog's wife is pregnant, blah, 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 blah. Like, I get it. You're trying to defend the pregnant lady, whatever, whatever. Like, and you're telling Real Entertainment News he's this horrible person that he needs to just stop. But when people say that to her, she goes, well, that's my husband. That's his channel. You're telling Real Entertainment News he's this horrible person that he needs to just stop. But when people say that to her, she goes, well, that's my husband. That's his channel. He does his own thing, yada, yada, yada. She shuts it down, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like kind of like, okay. And furthermore, if Roadhog's wife is pregnant and she's getting upset, then maybe her husband should calm the fuck down. How about that? Just saying. You know what I mean?
So this part of the stream just kind of really rubbed me the wrong way, because at this point I had literally said nothing about her publicly. I had been side-eyeing her for a few days because I was noticing all these contradictions and hypocrisy, and I went on panel to call out Real. It had nothing to do with her. Real was degrading a pregnant woman, a woman in general, but especially a pregnant woman. I called it out. I never said he was a horrible person. I went on panel to say that he is saying disgusting things about a pregnant woman. So when I'm doing it, I'm a virtue signaler. She literally said I was virtue signaling. But when she calls out, you know, what she considers abuse and getting attacked by a man, that's not virtue signaling, but everybody else is a virtue signaler. That really doesn't make any sense to me, and I can't help but think that, you know, this passive aggressive kind of dig about me was because it was Mrs. Roadhog who I was standing up for. And I think, in my opinion, that is why she was upset. And to bring up my husband was just really unnecessary. Like, why she would do that, I don't know. It's not the same situation at all, okay? First of all, he's my husband. If I don't agree with something, I tell him in our house. You are not married to Christ Conflict or Real Entertainment News, okay? I am not blaming you for what they said. Unlike people were blaming me for what my husband said. It's not the same thing. On top of that, my husband is nothing like Real Entertainment News. My husband is not targeting, attacking, and harassing multiple women on his channel on a daily basis. Okay? Not the same thing. He's a troll. He's offensive. He's blunt, abrasive, even an asshole sometimes, but he is not constantly attacking women on his channel. 99% of the time, he is doing commentary on men from the prison community. Does sometimes he stick his foot in his mouth? Of course. I understand that my husband is offensive, right? And yes, you can say don't watch him, correct? But he's not targeting you. I am not telling somebody that he's targeting and harassing and attacking not to watch his content. So I don't understand that argument, and it's a pretty petty, kind of bitchy thing to bring up, in my opinion. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this that was posted by Bad Art Tangent. She knew back at the end of October, okay, what was wrong with this guy and that it was concerning. Her mod came to her concerned. And you can see here, you can even pause if you want to. Cece has turned on a lot of people. I'm hearing an abuser admitting histrionic abuse little by little. And she said, I know. I don't know how to feel about him anymore. I've heard all the stories. I know he hates Jay, but she said sorry to him. All she did was distract him, and that's on him, not her. Then she's telling him Christ tried kicking things off by calling out Jay, blamed Jay for it, making digs, and just kind of explaining what's going on. And Teaspiracy is well aware, okay? In my opinion, she knows everything that's going on just like the rest of us do. Thank you. I try to keep him arm distance because I've heard so many horror stories. I mean, she knows exactly what's going on. Okay, so it's a lie. She was proven to be a liar by saying she doesn't know what's going on with him. And I think it's very concerning. And her mod ended up, asking to remove the wrench and didn't want to participate in this anymore because Teaspiracy just doesn't seem to want to do anything about this problem on her channel with her chat and her friends and subscribers and people dealing with this guy. She doesn't seem to care. And, people defended her. People went to bat for her. If somebody defends me, you damn well know that I'm going to be right there to defend them and stand up for what's right. Because that is what you do. If somebody sticks their neck out for you and defends you, you return that favor. You just do. The lies. Lies.
Why is Real Entertainment News being held accountable for a pregnant woman who has a husband going bananas? And I don't know, man. I'm just thinking out loud, okay? I'm not trying to start any. I got enough problems, okay?
Okay, so this is absolutely ridiculous. In the clip, before and just now, she is blaming the wife. She literally said, well, if Mrs. Roadhog doesn't want to be attacked, then her husband should chill. So because her husband is beefing with Real Entertainment News, you think that she deserves to be sexually degraded like that? He was saying he was going to bend her over and stick his dick in her and just nasty, graphic, sexual remarks. But when I call that out, I'm a virtue signaler, right? But when Teaspiracy calls out what she wants to call out, she's standing up for women. And she's not going to put up with abusive behavior. Hypocrisy. It's absolutely insane to me that people think Mrs. Roadhog deserves to be attacked and degraded like that. Some people in the chat were mentioning, oh, she called somebody a cunt. So fucking what? She called another woman a cunt, so that means Real Entertainment News has the right to do that to her? I also heard everybody saying that, oh, Teaspiracy wasn't in the chat. She had no idea what Real was saying about his wife. Well, she was watching me on panel. And while I was on panel, Real was degrading his wife. So yes, she most definitely knew, but she did not care, in my opinion. One, because she hates Mr. Roadhog. And two, because it had nothing to do with her. So abuse doesn't matter. Bring on the bacon, fry it in the pan. Never let Mrs. Roadhog forget her husband's not a man. Okay, so you are definitely participating in attacking a pregnant woman. This video is getting very long, so I'm actually going to do a part 2. It will be up either later tonight or tomorrow, so we're going to end here. I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this first part of the video. In this community, there is a ton of double standards and selective outrage. Everybody is outraged over Roadhog, but nobody cares what Christ and Real are doing. You guys make excuses for every nasty thing that they say and do. You cannot condemn and try to cancel. You jump down commentary with Kelly's throat for just saying hi in his chat, but nobody can tell you what chat to go in. You're triggered by Roadhog, but you're not triggered by Christ conflict, saying that he almost killed his ex, abusing his ex. He wants to go kill people. You're not triggered by Real screaming at women every night. I don't buy it. It's total bullshit. Teaspiracy is being a hypocrite. She's constantly contradicting herself. And before we go, I want to show you one more little tidbit from a live stream that Righteous Verse did, Kim and Stacy. It was a tribute to AZ, which was an extremely manipulative stream, in my opinion, because they're trying to paint the picture that AZ is being dogpiled, AZ is being bullied, AZ needs to have all this positive reinforcement because everybody's attacking her. Well, guess what? I took a clip. They most definitely lied in their stream. So, Teaspiracy, your friends are lying and making you look worse by trying to cover up your BS. Here's the clip of them saying that Teaspiracy never called out Roadhog for abuse. Never.
For me in a lot of situations. And can we talk about what, is going on right now with people saying, well, how can you call this person out for abusive behavior and not call this person out? She didn't call anyone out for abusive behavior. No, she didn't. No, she called someone out for blackmailing Todd Paulson. There was nothing about abuse at all.
She most definitely did call out Roadhog for abusive behavior. Yes, she also called him out for blackmail, but that is a complete lie, Kim and Stacy. So in your little funeral dead person tribute to AZ, now you're covering and lying for her, which is making her look even worse, in my opinion. So in part 2, I'm going to cover what happened on Teaspiracy's Instagram Live and how she was, crying, talking about mental health, acting like she was being dogpiled on, and people are trying to hold her accountable for this and that. So the rest of the stuff I have will be in part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it made sense to you. Again, I'm not trying to hate anybody. I was not nasty. I was sticking to the facts, giving my commentary on the inconsistencies, the lies, the selective outrage in this community is just outrageous. Please subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm going to show you a couple more clips to remember on your way out of here about Teaspiracy calling out the bad behavior of Roadhog. Bye, guys.
Honestly, this is not acceptable behavior. No creator should be dealing with this kind of vitriol at all. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable in real life if someone talks to you like this. So it's definitely unacceptable online. He says, I'm so sorry, AZ. Well, thank you, Lexia. I'm not here to sadfish. I am here to draw attention to this man's abusive behavior. This is abusive. No man on YouTube should be talking like this. Yes, even Real Entertainment News. It's disgusting. I do not like it. It's awful. What is his reasoning? Oh, I don't know. AZ played my own words and people agreed with her. So, I'm from the hood. What is it? What does that have to do with anything? Again, put together.